In this video, we're going to dive into managing your silver and gold stack. You might find this very useful, folks. So please stay tuned. There's a lot of information I'm going to give you, how I do it. And we got a warning out there, folks. Know what you have. Let somebody else know. We will get into that segment once again because it happened again yesterday at the shop. Trying to protect everybody out there. So please give me the like, give me the thumbs up. That goes a long way on the channel, folks. Don't forget about the Pinbacks giveaway. I'll put the link to the Pinbacks giveaway in this video. Coming up this Friday. You must be subscribed and you must live in the United States. There's a couple other rules in that video that you must watch to get all the rules. Make it simple. If you're eligible, sign up. It's free silver, no cost to you. Let's just get into it right now. Managing your silver and gold stacks. I'm not the best person doing this myself, but I am working on what I have, working on a spreadsheet. Look, folks, I do 2 videos a day. At least. Sometimes I even put out 3. I work at the coin shop. It is, where do I have the time? You know, gotta take care of Grandma's needs. You know, she don't go out a lot. So, you know, I gotta do a lot of this shopping for her. With that being said, managing your stack, this pretty much means knowing what you have for silver or gold. Now, what I tend to do, folks, is I fill up. What I try to do is, in most cases, just talk about 90% silver right now. I don't always do this, okay? I find old medicine bottles that my grandma takes some medications, and when they're empty, I start filling them up with 90% silver, folks. Now, not all medicine bottles are good for the $half. I use canvas bags. Okay, I use canvas bags for the $half. So these are $28 in face value of silver quarters, and I put right on it $28 face. You can see exactly what it is. That way, when you're taking your inventory, you know exactly how much is in there. You counted it. I've done the same thing with this thing of diamonds, folks. $48 face of Roosevelt silver diamonds. Now, there may not be all Roosevelt in here. I did have a couple Mercuries, but I did try to pull some of those out and keep the Mercuries with the Mercuries. Now, I'm probably sure there's probably a few more in there mixed. Okay, there's another way, folks. I'm working on this container. This is almost full of silver quarters. These are normally the silver quarters you see when I have the silver quarters on the screen. I dump this bad boy out, and it's almost full. So when this gets full for me, I will put the label on it. I'll spend the time and count the silver quarters out. I did a previous count probably about 6 months ago, and I'm still working on it. It had about $63.50 face of silver quarters in this container. I don't buy a lot of the tubes, folks. If they come in tubes, I'll leave them in tubes. All right? If they come in tubes, like this one did, I'll just leave it in the tube. $10 face, easy thing to deal with there. Knowing what you have, having a spreadsheet. I understand some people like to pass is going to pass this down to their family members. Make sure somebody knows, folks. All right, there are some bad players out here, and if someone don't know what you have, or it's not in a will somewhere, whatever. It's not financial advice. I just don't want people getting ripped off. Oftentimes, like yesterday, I had a young girl come in. Somebody left her a couple shoe boxes. It always seems to be in a shoe box down here. I don't know why. That's what the box they grabbed. I don't know if it was in the safe, but it seems like everybody's got shoe boxes down here. And she brought in 2 shoe boxes just of random stuff. It was nothing really organized, folks. I don't know exactly if she got it from somebody's safe or this is how it was left to her. She comes in, she says, I've been told it's worth something, but I don't know how much. Worst thing you can say to a coin shop. Worst thing. And it's really a pain in the behind. I'll be honest with you, it's a pain in the behind to help somebody out like this, because it's so random and it takes you a while to go through it. So there's time on the clock, and we don't mind helping people out. I don't want to get anybody the wrong impression. But when you have mix, and then you have more 90% in this box, you have the little bag of 90% silver over here, and it's just buried on top of layers, folks. You'd be surprised how much silver or gold you can fit in a shoebox. You really will be surprised how much this can relate to. I mean, we're talking silver bars. We're talking a little bit of everything. The best way, organize it a little bit if you can. You know, the half dollars can stay with the half dollars. The dimes can stay with the dimes. I recommend, and I'm not there yet, as you can see by this example, because I'm not ready to sell yet. I don't think I'm going to die tomorrow, but you never know. But the point I'm trying to make is go through your halves, folks. Put them by the decades. Put the 50s with the 50s. Put the 60s with the 60s. Put the 40s with the 40s. So on. That way it's a little bit easier for a coin shop to go through them and looking for the key dates. Maybe you have a rare key date that you don't even know about. I highly recommend people picking up the Red Book, folks. Shown that before. Type in US Coin Book on eBay or Amazon. I'm not going to put no link in there. I don't want no commission off your sale. It is worth every single penny. Now the 2026 is out, folks. Yes, the 2026 version is out. I know we're in 25. It's always a year ahead. Do you need to buy one every single year? Heck no. I recommend that book every 2 to 3 years, folks. Just get yourself updated on the prices. Don't change that much from year to year. This year's version is a pretty good upgrade from previous years, folks. If you bought one last year, if you bought one the year before, I would highly recommend still, this time around, to pick up another 2026 copy. It's called The Official Red Book U.S. Coins, folks. A Guide to the United States Coins, folks. Just put it in 2026 Red Book on eBay, Amazon. It will pop it up that way. I tried it. It does work. They're about $17, $18 depending on the seller itself, folks. It's, you know, for that little bit of money, I understand some people may not be able to afford it right now. But for that little bit of an investment, and if you're on like a rainy day or something and you want to go see if you have a key date, it's perfect to do that, folks. You know, they got these new microscopes where you can hook it up to your laptop, folks. They're like $30. You can put and it comes right up to make the screen bigger. You don't need no magnifying glass that way. Let the microscope do the work. It just clicks in to your computer. Another device, yeah, I understand I'm getting money up there for you folks, but some of these devices, well worth the money. Are well worth the money. Again, I'm not going to put no special link in here. Just not going to do it. I'm just letting you know what. I do not have the microscope at home. We got them at the shop. You know, we also put them underneath the Sigmas and the XRF machines to verify it. For the metal itself, sometimes it's hard to see the date, and we have them at the shop. We got magnifying glass at the shop too. But with that all being said, know what you have. You know, I recommend this so much to everybody. Yes, I'm trying to get my stack organized as well. I'm trying to get my graded coins organized as well. In one safe, I got the bottom, the MS-70s. In another safe, I got the MS-69s. So I separated them. I got that much done. Now I'm going to try to do, over the next couple weeks, to try to put them by years. What years? And try to band them up a little bit with rubber bands. They may not be the same type of coin, whatever. I really don't care about that. When I'm looking for something, then I know I have it. Then I know what year it was. Boom, it's done. It's all done that way. The easiest way to tell what your coins are worth, folks. There's two easy ways. NGC, PCCS has apps on the phone. They work with Apple phones. They work with Android phones. Put in NGC app if you have graded coins. Or NGC. They both have an app. You scan this barcode up there. If the barcode don't work on the NGC, you put in that number. The number right up here. You put that number, that'll tell you what the coin's worth. Now, I'm going to give you a warning about that as well. Same thing with PCCS. But if PCCS has that, you're not going to be able to see this on the camera, are you? Yeah, I guess you can. You can barely see it. But if you look at the bottom left-hand side of your screen, folks, I'm going to try to put it right on the bottom. Maybe if I get the light out of the way. You can see that little Wi-Fi mark. You can hold this right up to a smartphone. And it will tell you, it will pop it up itself if you're in the app. No, it's not a chip in there to locate the coin. It's a chip in there to make it very easy for you folks to bring it up. Not all the PCGS has them though. Okay, so let me be very aware of that one. It's a new technology. It works with the app, and that's only what it's for. It's not a tracking device at all. So be aware of that. That technology too is out there. Just because NGC PCGS gives you a listed price, that does not mean that's what that coin is worth. The other example to use, go on eBay. And I understand some people say, I'm never going to go on eBay. I don't buy from eBay. Fine. Don't have to buy nothing from eBay. Look at the sold listings. Put in PCGS MS69 Silver Eagle 2022. See what these sold listings are the last 90 days, folks. That's your average price. You're going into a coin shop, you probably can take off 13 to 20% off that price. Because the coin shops, the eBay is going to take 13%. Coin shop's going to make some money too. Coin shop don't know how long it's going to sit there too. Maybe the coin shop's having a good day and they need the coin and they can pay you a little bit more. But keep this all in mind, folks. Especially when it comes to graded stuff like this. Keep that in mind. Just because NGC or PCCS says it's worth one price, or the book says it's worth another price, I've seen it vary very much from the book to what NGC or PCGS is calling it for, folks. Look on eBay. That is your guide right there of what the current market conditions are. That is really your trigger point right there. That's what people are willing to pay. Sure, every now and then you're going to see something probably sell for 50, 50, 50, let's say. And some will pay 79. Some will get a deal at 42, 38. It happens. Okay? Take the average price. You know, take the highest price. You don't have to always take the lowest price. A lot of coin shops will try to get that lowest price. It is what it is. Have your stack in order, folks. We took time with this person to help this person out. She didn't sell yet. We educated her. That is what we do at the coin shop, is trying to educate people about what they have. No, we didn't take time to do a spreadsheet for her. We gave her a look. We got her a list of what she had. Okay, but we didn't go say this is worth this is what. That's for her to do. We can help people with lists. Okay, handwritten list. We can go back and type it up real quick. Amanda does a wonderful job with that. She's a very fast typist, so she normally gets that type of work if that needs to be. Look, take my heed. Don't take my warning on this. But folks, don't let your stack, especially if you're going to leave it to someone after you pass on, let them know somehow. Leave a note in the safe. Leave some information. Please educate people. I understand some people don't want to let other families know. But for God's sakes, you got the time to do it now. Get the information. Put it in the envelope. Put it in your safe. Put it in your location, folks, of where you keep your silver and gold. At least the information is there. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks, folks. A lot of times they got the best prices around. I've been so surprised, I would say, how much at times they can beat out these other online bowling dealers, folks. And I'm not just saying this because they're my sponsor. For the ones who've been around for a while, before the sponsorship, you folks know that I've shown those cards. I show every single Saturday with my 90% market reports. You folks know I've come on this channel and shown cards and showed how much cheaper Pinbacks was way before the sponsorship. This is not trying to make you go buy everything underneath the sun. I don't do that, folks. I'm here to save your money. If you want to spend more, that's your business. If you want to spend less, check out Pinbacks. Let them know. Let Michael or Brian. You're probably going to get one of the owners going to answer the phones for you folks. If you really want to speak to Michael and Brian, you get somebody else. Just say, I would rather speak to Michael or Brian. And they will give Michael or Brian the note, and they will call you back, folks. That's all. The team's good, folks. Michael and Brian are an outstanding business owners. A+ rating. What more do you want from a bowling company that you're going to be able to talk to the owners themselves? Tell you, every time I message Michael, that's my direct contact. Michael. He gets back to me, folks. He gets back to me. Very, very good companies. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer out there, because it's not possible without you. Let Pinbacks know, folks. Let's thank them. Let's thank them up for the upcoming giveaway. I'm not going to show what we're getting on the giveaway. If you're not seeing any of my videos yet, if you're not seeing what's going to be given away, I'll post that link in the video comments section below, folks. We'll show you, take it right to the giveaway. You got a couple days left, folks. Okay, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Giveaway is going to happen Friday morning. I will keep all entries open until I shut it down 10 minutes before I do my first Friday morning's video. And I don't know that time's going to be. It's going to be whenever I have time to do my video first thing Friday morning. That is when it will be shut down. So get in now if you're eligible to win. You must live in the United States. You must be subscribed. And I will warn everybody once again, double check your subscriptions. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Because I don't want someone to enter the giveaway and who was eligible to win and not subscribed. Because you would lose your prize right there for that. Trying to be as transparent as possible. I'll end with this. Shop 2 today was not busy. It wasn't slow. Silver's going up a little bit. Gold's going up a little bit. I think people are watching it just right now. Look, no one can time the markets 100%, folks. Times like this, when we start seeing going up, I understand there's a little bit of a hesitation to go get a little bit more. One of these days, it's not going to come back. It's not going to fall back as fast. It's going to go up, maybe a little bit maybe a little bit of a dip back, go up, and go up, go up. We're going to see that happen, folks, eventually. Exactly when, I don't know. But I'll tell you what I'm doing. You guys seen it. I've been very transparent on this channel about it too. I'm getting as much as, I'm trying to get my goal of 40%ers until I can't anymore. Still working on war nickel. I've not found a war nickel deal for a while now. I understand there was another online bullion dealer who was selling for melt. I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to get them under melt. That is where I like to pull the plug, folks. With these. And a lot of these deals I find on eBay. Less to melt. That is what I'm, you know, if I can't get any more war nickels, then I can't get any more war nickels. Okay? I got enough anyways then. You know, I got 1,200 in my tub. I'm trying to get 2,000 there too. You know, I'm looking. And I'm showing you how I've done it. I'm showing you, yeah, I work in a coin shop. I'm not paying the coin shop owners prices for them. Heck no. I'm not doing that. Because I know I'll be able to find them cheaper eventually. That's what I've done. I'm still doing it, folks. I've showed you this morning. I'll show you once more. 32 more 40% and a half. In case someone missed it this morning. Well, that ain't the right one, but this one is actually a lot of 8 that I got back on May 19th. And I paid $34.57 for the 8. And at the time, I got them for $4.32, and the melt value was $4.79. And here's the one I got this morning, so people don't think I'm pulling your leg. Nope, and that's not even it either. So I don't know what happened to that one that I showed you this morning, but it is in this morning's video, folks. I'll leave it as that. I'm going to leave all this content in here because I know I messed up on that one, but oh well, live and learn, right? Make sure you have your information just before you speak, I guess. But I got them this morning. You will see it in this morning's video, folks. Most of you probably already have seen the morning's video as well. And maybe I do have it. Yes, I do have it. Just in case. Got a lot of 32. 1965 to 1969. 40% silver. Kenny half dollars. I paid $150, folks. This lot divided by 32 is $4.68. The melt value is $4.91. What did I just show you on the other one, folks? Melt value was $4.78. $4.79. Melt value was $4.79 on the 19th. You see how much silver's gone up? These were melting for $4.91 yesterday, folks. So I got a good buy on this one. I got a good buy on this one. And I got a good buy on this one. So all about timing, folks. You know, cost average. That is where your cost averaging comes into right there. Me personally, my plan, my goal is to get 2,000 of these. I refuse for myself, not financial advice, of course, for myself. I'm not paying more than $5 each for them. I will not pay more than melt for them as of right now because I'm still able to find them. It's getting a lot harder, folks, to find them. Not saying over melt's not a bad price. Not saying that. Okay, if you don't want the time, if you don't have the time or the energy to do it, check out channel sponsored pinbacks for your 40% as halves. And you know you're going to be able to trust them. They're all going to be 100% real. And you don't have to mess around trying to hunt them down like I'm doing. I got the time throughout the day, folks, when I'm working the shop. I'm able to go on eBay, look for my own person when the store is quiet. That is how I'm able to do it. Understand, time is money. Don't have the time? Get them from Pinbacks. Let them know that CoinShop Chris sent you. Look, we all have different methods. My method may not work for somebody else. I understand time is valuable. That's why I'm giving you folks options. You know, I try to give options to people that come into our shop. Not my shop, the owner's shop. I just work there. We try to give people options who come in if they really need to sell or not. Now, a lot of coin shops will say they come in, they want to sell. Okay, the coin shop's saying, okay, they're not going to ask any questions. Well, that's fine. But is it really doing the customer any justice in not knowing and taking 10 to extra 15 minutes? It's not, we're not trying to pry into someone's business, folks. That's not what we're trying to do. If someone really says, I don't want to give you any information, then okay, fine, let's move on. You want to sell? Okay, here's what I can give you for this then. But a lot of times people will let us talk and listen to us. And we saved a lot of people from making the bad decision because they didn't need to sell right then and there. That's all this is. You can come and get cash anytime for your silver and gold. Thank you for watching, folks. I know this video has gone on a little bit longer than it should have. But email me if you got any questions. I'm always happy to help you folks out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget the thumbs up, folks. Don't forget the Pimbex giveaway is coming up on Friday as well. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you again, Pimbex. Thank you to the viewer out there. To you who's watching. Yourself. And all the other viewers that's watching along with you. Thank you. CoinShop Chris is out.